Hey friends! So I wanted to take a moment and talk about how we include our nervous system in our business decisions. And recently I was switching my email list from from MailChimp to another service. And some old visibility stuff showed up that I hadn't actually had to deal with in a while. I noticed that there was just a lot of heaviness in my body, a lot of like closed in feeling in my chest. And I started to get curious to what was going on. Now, of course, I can talk to you about it now and be like, it was visibility stuff. But of course, at the time, I didn't exactly know what was going on or what was activating this nervous system response. And so I went on a walk, as I normally do when things aren't exactly sitting right and I can't figure out why. And so I wanted to talk to you today about when our nervous system shows up for our business, especially when we're trying to make new decisions, pivot, think about things differently, or expand and grow, which is usually when I feel it in my body, right? Because we're trying to do something different. We're ready to expand and grow. And our nervous system says like, hey, hold on a second. I don't feel so good about this. So the first thing is I'm going to talk through like 3 steps. The first thing is to notice it and stay curious. So often when we get that feeling of resistance, we push right through it. And when we push through it, we kind of separate ourselves into parts. So we have the part that's like, must keep moving. And then we have the part that's like, hell no, keep me out of this. And so they start to separate and we feel that tension in our body. You might feel it in your physical body or you feel it in your mind, right? One part of your brain is like, go for it. And the other part of your brain is like, never again. And they're at odds. So the first thing to do is just slow down, right? We really want to slow down so we can stay curious. The next thing is to take really, really small steps. Often when we hit that resistance, we stop moving forward. Either we push ahead or we stop moving forward, right? We create this binary. And so the best way to stay curious and keep getting information about what's going on in your nervous system is to take really small steps, really small, kind, deliberate steps. So I maybe signed up for a free trial on a new email provider, or I, talked with a friend about it so that I can sort of check in with my body as I'm taking these steps so that I can learn more information about what's going on for me. I think so often we get everyone has a preferred way of handling it. I tend to go full speed ahead. I know other clients or other friends who tend to go into freeze mode. It doesn't really matter. What we want to do is just get more information. When we rush ahead or we freeze, we're not actually giving ourselves access to the part of us that needs to stay curious. And I often say with our business, with our creative pursuits, with whatever's going on, the whole point is to learn more about ourselves. And we can do that better when we're going slow and really taking the smallest possible step we can take with ease. So I started to take some small steps. And as I took the small steps, sometimes the resistance would dissipate and other times the resistance would get louder. And that's when I hit pause, because now that I've taken these small steps, I have a little bit more information. And so I can go on that walk and sort of sit with it and talk to the different part, the part that's like, hell no, and the part that's like, full speed ahead, because usually integrity is actually somewhere in the middle, right? Neither of them are right, right? Like it's not one or the other. I'm in the middle. And so when we can separate out those pieces and sort of talk to them separately and stay curious to them and ask questions, we can learn more about what's going on and find the happy answer in the middle. So I want to encourage you, when you are feeling stuck in your business or when you're noticing a lot of resistance to change, first, stay curious and wrap that curiosity in compassion, because your nervous system is just trying to keep you safe, right? Our nervous system is built for survival, not happiness. And that has really served humanity well I don't know. You could say it served us well or not, but for most of our lives, for most of our ancestors' lives, it was built around survival. And so what we're trying to do when we pick happiness and growth is really something new. So first, stay curious and stay compassionate. Second, take the smallest possible steps so that you can keep that curiosity and compassion online. And then third, take some space away, journal, meditate, go for a walk, see if you can sort of differentiate what your voice is from those two other voices, the scared voice and the full speed ahead voice. Because your integrity, your authenticity, the right version of your growth edge is somewhere in the middle. So I'd love to hear how this resonates, where you get stuck, and how you like to work with your nervous system, because everyone has a different way that feels good to them. So I hope this was helpful, and talk soon, friends.